Hello and welcome on this new midweek analysis video from Xtreme Trader. This is Salah speaking. So of course my friends, I wanted to show you what's going on so far in the VIP group of Telegram. As we can see yesterday, of course, we couldn't send any signals due to the low volatility in the market. Of course, the USD banks or the USD banks actually were on holiday yesterday, and therefore the market was barely moving. And today, of course, it's moving in high volatility, and therefore we have been able to send a few signals. I want to show you the good news here. For example, this signal here, we close it with a 15 pips of loss, and then the other one we close it immediately break even, or actually even before being triggered, and this one 25 pips of loss. However, the good thing here is these two signals, the CHF JPY and the pound JPY, both of them recovered and made profits. Recovered the losses and made, of course, some good profits and gained 1.2% with the account. So this is actually a good practice, my friends. The thing here is the take profit level right now is no longer 20 pips only. It actually might be 50 pips or 60 pips or even 70 pips. Take profit number one right now is relying completely on the setup. So the good thing here is that the profits are actually bigger than the losses. So of course I believe we were actually able to recover the losses today. And again, this is really normal. It's not possible, of course, to have profits every single day, but thankfully with Xtreme Trader, we are actually able to close almost every week in a good profit, or if not, maybe a break even. Anyway, of course, if you wish to join Xtreme Trader Forex Signals group, please contact our support. You can find their contact details in the description below this video. Contact them today and hopefully we will see you there. Alright, so let's now begin analyzing the market, and of course let's now begin with the Euro USD. So now, based on the daily chart, the first thing that we can notice here is that the attempts of the resistance happened right here at 1.0664, actually 1.0664. And if we now go to the 4-hour time frame, it's clear to me that the Euro USD actually was going in profit almost from there. It reversed at this point of the trend line and went in total of about 66 pips. However, now the market is falling. It falls again to the entry. Now the question is, what can we do with the Euro USD? Should we keep our orders here opened or not? The answer, in my opinion, is no. You can close right now in a break even. However, I believe that a better good entry is gonna be exactly right there. For a simple reason. If we scroll right now to the left side, now we can see right here, my friends, that we're having that level of a support exactly right here, just to be accurate, exactly right there. 1 second, let me just be precise with the maximum as much as possible. Yes, perfect. 1.07689. That level of a key support most likely is going to be respected. The peak of that resistance tells us a lot. It means that this level actually was a very strong key level of a resistance, and the market went actually down for about almost 800 pips below that level, even much more actually. Until now the market is about to respect that level. So most likely the Euro USD is still going to continue falling for about 24 pips before we can start buying it. And I believe that this level of a support trend line is most likely going to keep its position, especially after the appearance of the fake breakout happened right here, and barely you can see that the market has been able to touch that level. So this was indeed a support trend line number one, and we can start buying the Euro USD again at the support trend line number 2. So let me just tell you something. You can keep the trade running, but for those who missed this entry, you can actually enter again exactly at that level of a support. Let me just change the signal to make it like that, exactly like this. And the entry is going to be changed right now to be at 1 point. Did I? 0 point. Yeah. 1.07689, very precise, of course, and absolutely we will keep the same take profit level, which means the take profit level is going to be about 166 pips. Meanwhile, the safe zone is ranging for about 70 pips. That's everything for the Euro USD. Let's now move to the Pound USD. Alright, before we start with the Pound USD, it's really important to remind you, my friends, about the news, which will gonna be out by tomorrow, Wednesday, January 18th. We are having the core PPI news and the retail sales for the USD pairs. Of course, my friends, these news actually might rock the market, and they might actually be able to change the direction of most of the signals which I'm about to send you in this video. So please be careful about the news. Pay attention to them, and make sure to close any open trade during these news. Again, they can actually change the direction of the market, and they are actually big impact news. So again, I will remind you, of course, at the end of the video about this news. Pound USD. Let's now begin with the Pound USD, which is really going so well so far. The Pound USD is currently running in about 78 pips of profit and total of 100 pips of profit. I hope you guys have taken this signal and have enjoyed making these profits with Xtreme Trader. Please let me know in the comments if you have made any profits with these signals. And again, I want to remind everyone to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and of course share the video. So let's now see what we can do next with this pair. So of course, by looking at the daily chart, right now the Pound USD is actually facing right here a resistance level. Pay attention, this was of course a real level of a resistance. Meanwhile, we had here in the middle that fake breakout. This was of course another attempt of the real resistance, and right now the Pound USD is actually on that level. So we can actually expect a pullback, and we can actually expect from the Pound USD to reach exactly the same previous entry, and the market might actually be ranging inside of the safe zone. However, I believe the direction is going to be correct. The Pound USD eventually going to be a profitable trade. I hope so. Therefore, if we check, of course, the support trend lines right now, we're having here that resistance support trend line. And as you can see, let me just draw it in the perfect way, just to have an accurate entry. Now, there is a chance, of course, for the Pound USD to continue the rise a little bit more to reach the peak of the resistance right here at 1.23010, and after that it's gonna make a pullback. Now, the Pound USD has a potential to reach reversal at that level, hopefully to respect that support right here exactly. Let me just be sure. Exactly right there. Yes, that support at 1.22418. So if you want to open another trade right here, I think it's going to be a good idea, hopefully from the market, to respect that level of a support. But if the trade went against our direction, don't worry at all. It has a potential to reverse at that level of a support right here inside of the safe zone at 1.21845. As you can see, it was also a strong key support level right here. Meanwhile, we had here that fake breakout. Therefore, that level of a support is most likely going to be respected. But I believe with the strong current momentum, the momentum is really strong right now. Therefore, there is a chance for the Pound USD to respect that previous resistance right here and that support, and most likely is going to continue the rise. Therefore, you can keep your trade running, and if you are currently in profit, you can open another trade if you wish to buy again at 1.22418. Of course, we will keep the same take profit and the same safe zone. That's everything for the Pound USD. Let's now move to the to the AUD USD. Check this out. AUD USD was, my friends, another perfect signal. I'm so happy and proud about it. I mean, the market right now is currently running in about 40 pips of profit. I hope you guys have taken this signal and enjoyed these profits with Xtreme Trader. Please let me know in the comments, my friends, if you have made any profits. Even if you one of these silenced viewers, who actually, I'm sure there is a lot of them, who actually just watch, don't even hit the like button, and don't bother to comment, which is really normal, of course. I mean, how many of us doing that? All of us, almost all of us. If you have a time to make a comment, I would appreciate it. If not, please hit the like button at least, so this channel is going to continue providing you with these signals. So, regarding the AUD USD, now the market is actually facing the resistance zone right here, exactly at 0.69842. Now, the thing here is, we are actually expecting a pullback at the moment, but the thing here is that the pullback has already happened. Check this out. The market has already reached that level of a resistance, and then reversed, reached our entry point, and then start the bullish reversal, which means the retest has already happened. So therefore, we can actually expect from the AUD USD to continue the rise actually. Now, especially knowing that we're having here a new support level, and the thing here is we're having the reversed hammer at the lowest level of that support. The reversed hammer is one of the strong price action indicates for a bullish reversal. It's a trustworthy signal, and we can always rely on it. So therefore, most likely the AUD USD is indeed going to continue rising. Especially, of course, knowing that we are having this support trend line right here. And as we can see, the market is indeed respecting that level of a support trend line. So that tells us that the AUD/USD is indeed gonna continue the rise. The question is, can we start buying again at any point at all? Well, let me just tell you something. Based on the 1 hour time frame, we're having this real level of a resistance and a fake breakout. The market is currently on that candle or on that level of a resistance. So therefore, there is a chance or a possibility for another pullback, and I believe the same entry can remain the same. I mean, it's not really worth it to give you a signal to buy at this point or at this point. It's almost the same, especially seeing the support trend line right here. Therefore, I believe AUD/USD signal should just remain the same. We can actually expect from the market to fall again for about 36 pips before gonna be in profit. So therefore, AUD/USD signal remains the same. Moving to the USD CAD. Check this out. USD CAD signal is also going so well, currently running in about 40 pips of profit and total of 61 pips of profits. How cool of that? Again, please leave me some comments telling me if you have made any profits with this signal. So let's see now what we can do next with the USD CAD. Actually, we can actually start shorting sooner than you think. Let me just go to the 1 hour time frame. Now on the 1 hour time frame, my friends, what we can see right here is actually that level of right here. Let me just be accurate. Exactly. That level of a resistance at 1.34149. Check out how the market has reacted to that level during the history of the chart. As we can see right here, we are having here a strong attempt of the resistance, which was of course a real attempt of a resistance. Then we had here that major big fake breakout, number 1 and number 2 and number 3. And every time we had here, of course, a real attempt of a resistance. Now, the market is actually facing a support zone right here, exactly at 1.33760. There is a chance or a possibility for another pullback, and I believe we can start short the market again at 1.34149, which means we can actually wait for the USD CAD to rise again for about 30 pips before we can start shorting it. Don't short right away because the market still has a potential of a bullish reversal. Therefore, sell again at 1.34149. I think it's gonna be a good idea, and of course we will keep the same take profit level and the same safe zone. That's everything for the USD CAD. Let's now move to the USD JPY. Alright, USD JPY was one perfect signal. As we can see, the market has almost reversed. Check this out. If I zoom in, we can see that the market reversed just like 5 pips far away from the entry. But if I zoom out, I think it's really clear that this signal has been triggered because we have analyzed it based on the current chart in front of you. That being said, the USD JPY signal, I believe it's considered as a triggered and activated signal, and the market has went in about 191 pips of profit again. I hope you guys have taken this signal and enjoyed these profits. Now, what's next with this pair? Now, if we look at the left side, check this out. Right here, exactly right there, just to be precise to the maximum. Let me just zoom in to see it. Exactly. This level of a support, my friends, exactly right here at 127.666. This was a strong key support level, which was of course a strong key support level in the past, and we had here that fake breakout. Now it was of course a previous resistance, but it was really weak resistance. The market barely made one attempt and instantly broke out from it. Now that tells us that the USD JPY is facing actually a pressure on 127.666, and there is a chance for the market to make another bullish pullback once it reaches that level, which means we have to wait for the USD JPY to fall for about 40 pips before we can start buying it again. Therefore, let me just now edit this signal. I want to actually change this one. Let me just edit the signal, and 1 second, my friends. Oh yes, this one here. This should be changed right now to buy at 127.666, and of course let's now keep the same take profit level and the same safe zone. I think this signal is going to be valid and hopefully it's going to be a profitable one. I think it's trustworthy. Even if the signal went inside of the safe zone, we are having a very strong key support level right here at 126.867, which means the market is most likely going to be respecting this level of a support anyway. But I believe the support right there exactly at our entry at 127.666 is actually a more trusted setup, or actually a support, and the market is gonna reverse from that point. Therefore, that's the new signal for the USD JPY. Let's now move to the USD CHF. Alright, so USD CHF signal has indeed reversed, but it actually reversed before reaching our sell area, and it went all the way to the take profit level. So therefore, of course, it hasn't been triggered, but but at least it's considered as a correct direction. So anyway, let's see now what we can do next with the USD CHF. Let me just delete the entire setup. I want to delete everything and start from scratch, just to be sure that we are actually on the same page. Now, it's important to mention that the USD-CHF is actually respecting that very strong key resistance level at 0.92870. Now we can notice right here, the real attempt of a resistance had almost happened everywhere exactly when the market reached that level. And of course, it was a real attempt of a support also. So meaning 0.92870 is a very strong level. Even though we had here multiple attempts of a fake breakouts, lately the USD-CHF has actually been able to respect that level as a real resistance. That tells us, of course, we're on the daily chart. So that tells us that the USD-CHF is indeed going to continue the fall. Let me now move to the 4-hour time frame. Now, with the strong price action we just mentioned now, and with the pressure of the resistance, I don't see the USD-CHF has any chance to continue the rise at the moment. Most likely, it's going to be bearish direction, especially knowing that we're having this resistance trend line. And of course, as I have mentioned earlier in the video of the magic of trend lines, you can actually connect this resistance trend line to any lower low. Now, as you can see right here, exactly, check this out. Now, by connecting the resistance trend line from this resistance trend line right here to that support trend line and that resistance trend line after the bullish breakout happened, now we can see that the market indeed respecting that level of a new support trend line. But we are also, as I mentioned earlier, facing a pressure from the resistance, which means the market is going to continue the fall. Therefore, if I just dragged the same resistance trend line and placed it right here exactly at the nearest resistance trend line to the current support, we can actually expect from the USD-CHF to continue the rise. That level of a resistance trend line is going to be respected, and that resistance right here is going to be respected as well. That means we can start shorting the USD-CHF exactly at this point of 0.92434, which means we have to wait for the market to rise for about 34 pips before we can start shorting it. Now for the take profit level, we need to move to the daily chart to find it. So based on the daily chart, we can notice it clearly that we're having here the lowest support level right here at 0.91617, which means we can actually expect to make approximately 80 pips profit from this signal. And of course, for the safe zone, it's going to be ranging till the highest level of the current resistance trend line at 0.92878, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 42 pips against 82 pips of take profit. Moving now to the gold. Alright, so the gold signal has also been one perfect signal, and I want to highlight, my friends, that the market has indeed reversed exactly from the resistance trend line which I have drawn here last Saturday. That is really great, which means the trend lines are really paying off. The gold is currently running in about 84 pips of profit and total of 123 pips. Again, I hope you guys have taken this signal and enjoyed these profits. Now what's next with the gold? Let me just tell you something. If we look right now at the daily chart. Now the daily chart, of course, not to mention that we're having here that support trend line, which seems very strong since the market has respected that level. It became a resistance trend line for only one time. Now the gold seems like it's respecting that level. So meaning that candle has reversed exactly on the same spot of that support trend line. Now the gold actually has actually a chance to continue the fall even more before it's gonna start the bullish reversal. The question is where exactly we can start buying the gold again. Let me just move to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, we need to draw here a resistance trend line from this lower high to this higher high, just like that. Perfect. Now check this out. So I connected this resistance trend line from this high to this high to this high again, and now we can see the bullish breakout happened. Now the same level has already become a new support trend line, which means this is support trend line number 1. The gold has a potential to continue the fall again to reach the same level of the support trend line, and afterwards we can start buying the gold, which means we will have to adjust the entry for a few more pips before we can actually confirm it. So we will be buying the gold exactly at the support trend line number 2. Now the question is, where exactly on horizontal level we can rely on? The answer lies on that level of a previous resistance, exactly at 1901.60. That level of a resistance is going to be, in my opinion, trustworthy. I think even higher than that at 1902.12. We can start buying the gold once it reaches that level, after it falls for about 96 pips, and the market is going to be respecting the same level of the support trend line. Therefore, let me now adjust the signal for the gold to be at 1902.12. And of course, we will keep the same safe zone, just like that. And the line is going to be adjusted. And of course, we will keep just the same take profit level. I think the gold is indeed going to continue the rise after it reaches that level of a support trend line. So, meaning we're actually expecting to make approximately 413 pips profit from the signal. Meanwhile, the safe zone is ranging for about 153 pips. So there goes your signal, my friends, for the gold and the USD pairs for the remaining days of this week. Again, I want to remind everyone about the news tomorrow, which is going to be held at 5:30 p.m. Dubai time, 1:30 p.m. GMT time. And of course, we have to consider closing any open to trade during this news. If you are actually, guys, a swing traders, I highly recommend you to be careful during this news. So again, I wish everyone a happy week and profitable tradings. And again, I hope that is informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.